Hello fellow history enthusiasts. Today we're going to dive into the history behind the worldwide known Chernobyl nuclear disaster. The Chernobyl nuclear disaster occurred on April 26, 1986, at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine. It is considered to be the worst nuclear accident in history, and its effects are still being felt decades later. The disaster was caused by a combination of human error, technical flaws in the design of the reactor, and a flawed safety culture. On the night of the accident, a group of engineers were conducting a test on Reactor 4 to see if it could run on reduced power in case of an emergency. However, due to a series of mistakes, the reactor's power output dropped to dangerously low levels. In an attempt to regain control of the reactor, the engineers disabled many of the safety systems and violated safety protocols. This caused a sudden and uncontrollable power surge, which led to a steam explosion and a subsequent fire. The explosion destroyed the reactor core and released a large amount of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The initial explosion killed 2 workers and caused a fire that burned for 9 days. The intense heat and radiation levels made it impossible for rescue workers to get close to the reactor. As a result, helicopters were used to drop sand, lead, and other materials to try and contain the fire and prevent the spread of radiation. The radioactive material released during the accident spread over a large area, contaminating the surrounding environment and causing widespread panic. The nearby city of Pripyat was evacuated the day after the accident, and a 30-kilometer exclusion zone was established around the plant. In the weeks following the accident, a large number of people were exposed to high levels of radiation, both directly and through the consumption of contaminated food and water. The long-term health effects of this exposure are still being studied, but it is estimated that thousands of people have died as a result of the disaster. The Soviet government initially tried to cover up the accident and downplay its severity. It was not until radiation levels were detected in other countries that the full extent of the disaster was revealed. The Soviet Union also faced criticism for their slow response and lack of transparency in handling the accident. In the years following the disaster, a massive cleanup effort was undertaken, and the remaining 3 reactors at the Chernobyl plant were shut down. The destroyed reactor was entombed in a concrete and steel structure, known as the sarcophagus, to contain the remaining radioactive material. In 2016, a new sarcophagus was built to further contain the radiation and protect the surrounding area. The Chernobyl disaster had a significant impact on the environment and the lives of those affected. It serves as a reminder of the dangers of nuclear power and the importance of strict safety protocols and regulations. The area around the Chernobyl plant remains uninhabitable, and it is estimated that it will take hundreds of years for the site to be safe for human habitation again.